Every day, the man buys a first-class plane ticket, but he never flies. Instead, he stays anxiously in the lobby watching TV, until the day the host of the sports channel suddenly fell asleep. The players on the TV screen fell down one after another. Jack instantly sensed something was wrong and his expression became more and more tense. He mumbles quietly to himself, "There's no time." With that, Jack left straight away and rushed to the boarding gate to look around. Just then he seemed to realize what was going on, and quickly walked up to the security guard and knocked him down with a single punch, grabbing his weapon and then rushing into the crowd like a madman. Passengers panic, thinking a terrorist attack is happening, but Jack didn't hurt anyone. He was just desperately running towards the tarmac. Meanwhile, a flight attendant notices the commotion and rushes to close the door, but it's too late. Jack gets there first, jamming the gun into the lock. No matter how hard the flight attendant tries, she can't stop him from getting into the cabin. Passengers start freaking out, and the captain realizes something's wrong. Jack ordered the stewardess to close the door quickly. The stewardess hesitated for a moment, but seeing the serious look in Jack's eyes, she decided to obey the order. Jack rushed to the cockpit and threatened the captain with a gun to take off. The captain was shaking with fear, barely able to hold the joystick and struggling to even sit still. Jack had no choice but to push down his fear and explain, "We have to get out of here before the sun comes up or we're all going to die." The captain is confused, his mind full of questions. That's when Jack was attracted by a knock at the door. The captain of the airplane sees the opportunity to try to grab the weapon, but not only does he fail, but he also gets shot in the hand, causing he to scream in pain. But Jack didn't care about his injuries, and still coldly ordered to take off immediately. But the captain had only one hand. He couldn't operate the plane by himself, and the co-pilot was nowhere to be found. Jack could only curse and return to the cabin to ask if any of the passengers knew how to fly a plane. But everyone looked at him like he was a fool. After all, being a pilot isn't something anyone can learn with just a regular driver's license. Seeing no response, Jack feels like all hope is lost. But just as he was despairing, a lady named Kelly raised her hand and said she could fly helicopters. Kylie's words gave Jack a glimmer of hope. He took Kelly to the cockpit. The plane finally starts to move. Meanwhile, the co-pilot had just finished evacuating the passengers and was dumbfounded by what he saw. She suspected the captain was secretly drinking. The co-pilot tries to stop the plane, but Jack holds the captain at gunpoint and won't allow him to stop. The captain had to call the tower to take off, but got no response. The captain then realized that the bullet had accidentally damaged the communication device, but Jack doesn't care about that either. If they don't take off, he'll shoot. The captain could only call the stewardess to remind the passengers to sit properly, and commanded Kelly to increase the throttle to take off. As the plane slowly lifts off, Jack orders the captain to fly west, because that's the direction the sun sets. Once the flight stabilizes, the captain asks why he's doing this. Jack explained that he was a major in NATO and had overheard a secret meeting with the organization's top brass about the sun's mutation. Everything that was exposed to it would die, and hiding inside the building wouldn't help. At first, Jack had doubts, but when he saw all the athletes suddenly collapse on TV, it confirmed everything. So now we have to race against the sun and stay in the dark, or we'll die for sure. But looking at the two men's appearance, it is clear that they do not believe what he said. Jack did not want to explain. After all, he had already taken control of the plane. But trouble strikes again, as the captain's gunshot wound becomes excruciatingly painful. If it's not treated quickly, things could get worse.